call came out saying that a van had hit, I think it was a number of pedestrians on London Bridge. Westminster Bridge was still very much in our memory, you know, how that attack was carried out.
Now we have a call that 3 men left the van and are attacking members of the public, and we just knew, like, oh, that's very bad. We just have to go there.
These officers were among the first to reach the scene on the night of London Bridge. Armed only with their police-issued batons, they faced 3 knife-wielding attackers who'd already stabbed multiple people in nearby Borough Market.
3 of them stood in a line, holding knives. One of them was sort of raising it above his head. I think they were shouting at us, and straight away I drew my baton and just tried to get on the radio and tell everyone where they were.
The officers tracked the trio, helping guide armed response units to the scene. 10 minutes after they launched their attack, the terrorists were dead, shot by firearms officers who arrived as the men were stabbing another of their victims.
I remember thinking I'm going to get shot because I was stood there perfectly in line with, it was like me, one of the attackers, and the firearms officer. The doors come open. I thought, this is not looking very good. So I've sort of dived myself one way into a shutter just as the attacker's been shot.
I went then to a cordon, and you just see victims everywhere, and then you can see the scale of this attack. And then I walked past the van they used, and then I saw Molotov cocktails. At that point I was worried that there's maybe more of them, not only 3 of them.
Authorities say they did all they could to prevent the attack on London Bridge, but the inquest heard of multiple occasions where intelligence on the attackers was known about, but little if any action took place. This is the brother-in-law of London Bridge ringleader Khurram Butt. He confronted Butt on several occasions, concerned about his descent into violent extremism.
I was concerned for my children, and I made the decision that he needs to be watched.
As Khurram Butt's views became increasingly alarming, Usman Dar even called the anti-terrorist hotline.
I was doing it for everyone, you know. I was trying to do it for the 8 people that died, for the 50 that were injured. You know, we always get accused of not doing enough to curb extremism in our community. So it was for that.
The contents of that call were never passed on to MI5 or counter-terror detectives. Khurram Butt had been under partial surveillance because of his known extremist links, but that failed to pick up on the group's preparations for the attack. The families of those who died believe opportunities were missed, but ultimately the responsibility lies with the 3 attackers, who also died and who the inquest jury concluded were lawfully killed by police firearms officers. Mark White, Sky News.